We're trying to do a photo op with the girlfriends, but they have to cooperate. So he's gonna. Oh, it's a wedge camper.
Canopy camper.
Oh, so you got more room in this one.
A lot of room. It's also a canopy camper, so you can access it from the inside to get up to the tent. It's basically a rooftop tent on top of a canopy, but you have the entire canopy. You think about an old Ford or Chevy with a canopy,
like the camper
shell that's over it. That's what this is, only it has the tent and you access the tent from inside rather than being on a ladder outside. Yeah, so we'll let you look at it. He's doing he's opening it up, and we have bought these special things to keep our locks there. So there's a thing that's called tent pop-ups. Like people will go through Walmart parking lots and pop up all the tents just because they think it's fun. And then you come out from shopping and your tent's popped up. So we have little locks on the end, and then we have lock holders when we undo them. So that's what he's doing now. Yeah, so he's just undoing the levers. This is like a 1-minute setup for our tent.
You can get solar and everything on top of this if you prefer.
We have a very minimal option because we're poor people.
Oh, this is dope.
So it has struts over here, and just like that, our tent is put up. And, you know, we'll let you get up in it because everybody wants to get up in it. So yeah, we call ourselves Oldlanders. So that's, in case it's cold tonight, we have diesel heater.
It was cold last night.
It was cold. So we're not going to be cold because we have electric blankets and a diesel heater. So this thing on the side here is called a diesel heater port. And we'll get out a table and we'll put our diesel heater right here by the wheel, and the pipe goes in there and it pumps the hot air into it.
You ever want a ladder, you want a giant, because this is actual human stuff.
This is but you need the jumbo little giant. You can't buy the jumbo little giant in the stores.
And then you just climb up that way.
So he's going to go in and pop out the back.
Yeah,
Before we let you visit, we have to finish setting it up.
Pop up the bed so you can, and this. Go ahead now.
Yeah, open it back up. He opened it up once.
Hey, ready?
Yeah, so he's got the back end opened. And he's opening some windows. So we purposefully put the windows so they'd be this view. So since we did the videos on setting up the camper, we haven't done an official final video. So we want to share with you our camper setup. They call them builds. This is our build. So here is our camper build, and I am very boho. I think I've learned about that late in life. So we use the extrusion and just a bolt and a nut and a trash bag twist tie to put these up there. So I have a nice boho here. Isn't that fun? The sun is setting there, so the light is not really good. So here's the interior. And I added some boho up here. Now, we are unique. So this little stuff here is just held up in the extrusion. And these are pot holders that have been camping with us everywhere and never been used. And I actually have a couple more that I decided to hang there for decoration. These are from the 1960s when I camped with my parents. This one here says the #1 team with a Chevy logo. So my dad worked at the Chevy plant in downtown St. Louis building Chevy trucks. Of course, I have a Nissan right now, but he got that pot holder back then. I have another pot holder at home, I think. Anyway, I love the boho look. So we have here, this is our toilet. Call this here my storage bench step up because I'm short and I need 1, 2, 3 to get up there. and he doesn't. I'm 5'3". He's
8'9".
8.5 3/4, something like that.
Give it an inch.
And so this is perfectly fine for him. This is the height of a cooler. This is our toilet. He's going to open it up for you. So we have a box, and then open up the next one. And we have a bag. And in here we have some more bags. And this is actually our trash bag. Put the toilet lid back down. This is our trash bag, and we can, I'm probably going to put some hooks outside on the extrusion. Maybe here probably, or right there. And we'll hang that bag where we can easily access it. It's inside for right now. And we've actually been using the toilet as a trash can, as well as the toilet. And then when we fill it up, we get a new bag out of here. And we put the full one in here. That way we can just grab that one when we're by a trash can and dump it. So that'll have bags that are sealed in it. But this also seals at the top. In case we're in bear country, we can roll that up like a dry bag that you take kayaking, and it won't smell. So we have a new broom. That's right here, and basically we don't have to take it off of there very often unless screws here.
Oh yes.
And then we can quickly take it off and use it to sweep out the truck. We also have another broom for sweeping, but if we want to take this full length one off, this is actually a child's play broom. We can use it to sweep our rug. Speaking of which, underneath here is our canopy, our 2 chairs we're going to be getting out, and somewhere in there is a 12 by 12 rug that fits underneath the 12 by 12 canopy, and we often have to sweep that out, and that's what the broom is for. Here on the end, we as old landers have given up on the big 5-gallon containers of water. And you can buy these at any Walmart or grocery store, or even gas stations. But you can also refill them, and we put that in here. So we have 2 here, and they're very easy to pick up at being only a gallon. Those 5-gallon ones to refill were getting to be a pain in the
arse.
Yeah. Yes. And we have 2 more gallons in there. We use this Velcro strap to the side of our toilet, and these are Lysol wipes. So I took the tag off because I like things nice and clean and uncluttered looking.
Do not make a mistake and wipe your arse.
Don't wipe your arse with this. So I love that we can grab those. They were always in tubs before, and we could never quickly grab them. And now we're using them all the time. So now he's sitting on the top of the toilet, but underneath this stool is
a mystery.
Where we keep our toilet paper.
Toilet's best friend.
And it works just perfect for the toilet.
Squeezably soft too.
We hung a fire extinguisher here on the extrusion. We built these with wood. You can look at the other videos when we were building them. I didn't want to put wood in between the wood slots, between like here and there, and between, well, we need to access this one. But the less wood I had, the less weight. So I love the idea I had early on of putting fabric up because it weighs next to nothing. When I went to pick out fabric, I couldn't find a fabric I liked. And then I remembered, now this is a story. I'm gonna tell a story. So when I went to pick out fabric, I didn't like any of the fabric. And this was material from a bedspread. I mean, you can't even buy bedspreads anymore. So our neighbor across the street, who had lived there the entire time I was growing up in Fenton, Missouri, her name's Jan Norby. She gave me her old bedspread when I went away to college. And we were using this spread also when we first got married, and it had this tree pattern on it. And then when we quit using it as a bedspread, it went in the back of our vehicle, and it's been in the back of our vehicle for every vehicle we have owned since the 1980s. This is probably 19 AD, and I got it around 1983. So it then was our picnic blanket, and it was a blanket we spread out every time our sons were playing soccer or other sports, so that their siblings and other friends could, they were young and little, they could sit out and play with toys while their brother played games. I have so many memories attached to this fabric. Well, the fabric had a backing. I've actually got this two-sided now because I folded them. But it had a backing, and the backing was just shredding and coming off. And so we took the backing off, and I was left with this thin piece of material. And I actually, before we took the backing off, I was going to throw it away. I literally almost had it in the trash can. And all of a sudden I said, well, hey, I could use that for the fabric I'm intending to use for the camper. It's trees, so it's very fitting, and it's bright and happy and perfect for the camper. And in this way, our bedspread that is full of memories that I didn't want to throw away is now continuing on, and we have new memories. So any of the other sentimental, happy people out there may get that. So what I decided to do was, like, I folded it. This is a folded edge. And then I bought this fabric, and I bought tassels because, tassels are so boho. And I just sewed it. And that one goes all the way down that way. And then I have two pieces on here. And these are actually Velcroed on. The Velcro pieces are stapled there and sewn on here, so we can take these off and wash them if we need to. So I'm inside the camper, and I wanted to show you how we've set this up. A lot of people do some very professional looking things with metal extrusions, and we're poor. So there's a wheel well there. So I actually, oops, that came down. It doesn't have a hole, so I have to put it up better. And look, 1960 camp stove toaster. We actually used that. But we went ahead and built this table to go over the wheel well. So this table goes over the wheel well, because when I tried to put anything on top of the wheel well, it just fell off. And we have our pillows here, and these are the pillows we're going to use, and I have actually one more. And so they will stay down here, and we'll just throw them up there when we set up our bed. We have our fuel here. The pillows kind of keep it from moving around. This bag that has lots of pockets, we have a lot of our food items. So it actually goes right here. And this bungee strap we installed from the toilet to the back of the truck kind of holds this stuff in place while we're driving. But we have our plates and lots of stuff in there for cooking, our pot holders and salt and pepper and all that sort of stuff. And here behind the toilet is two buckets that collapse, and that's what we use to wash dishes with, and I even use it with our shower. Back here, this bag has extra toilet paper and toilet and Scott towels. Look here. This is so cool. I bought this. It came all the way from Hawaii. It's a Boho paper towel holder. So when we open up this door, we can grab the paper towels. Of course, we can grab the wet towels here. And we have extras in here. And I love how it looks. It's so boho. We can open up this door to reach our common cooking items as well. And when we get done using these 2 things of water, we have 2 more things of water there. On the floor, we have a cast iron pot and a cast iron pan. This here is actually a fire pit, a small one. So in the summer when we don't want to build a fire, we can use that in front of our chairs. And this actually has wood chips in it. Oh, there is my cutting board. It's been well used. It's supposed to go under that bag. This was a find that really changed a lot of things for us. This is a gear line that we found at, I think, Cabela's in St. Louis when we were visiting there. And it is literally hung up on just some of the hooks on either side and run across, and it came with these bungee cords, and almost all of our gear fits on there, and we absolutely love it. On these tags on Amazon, they're really cheap. They're for travel tags to put on your luggage, but we have found these travel bags are a lifeline. We had all these tubs from our old way of camping, and we ended up dividing things up into bags and just hanging it from this gear line. So if I want to get this off, I just open this clip and pull it off. All our cooking utensils that we use with the cast iron skillets are in here. And they used to be in a nice tub. We do have a jet boil here. This is our camp stove. Now we had a 2-burner camp stove, and we may end up getting it back out. We found this 1 burner, and we thought it might be sufficient so that we can, minimize things. So, we use this with that. What's next? This says butane and metal cups. We have some metal cups that we drink out of, and butane for the jet boil for making tea. What I absolutely love is my 2 tablecloths. Oh, I don't know where the other one is. It must have fallen to the floor. But I have 2 tablecloths, and I can just drape them right over this, and now I can grab them and put them on the table. This one has a different kind of tag, and I had to type it because it's longer, but it says Adventure Awaits on the back. And so in this bag, you can see the list of things that are on this. This is basically some matches, things to light fires, duct tape, emergency candles, knife and a sharpener for the knife, some clothespins in case we want to hang a line, and a water squirter. So that's what's in this big bag. Bag says shower. So we have a shower that works with those buckets under there. And it also works with our privacy tent, which is right there sitting on the floor. In this one, we actually have some electric fans. So if we have electricity in the summer, if we stay at a site with electricity, we can plug in fans. 2 bags are our tool bags, and we get these out all the time. I called this my Lone Peak Tools. So it's got all of my tools I use to torque the pucks. So there's a puck. And also, we were just like using it to put these things up here. We have tools, and we have all of these sort of things in that. We get it down all the time. And the other one has, I call it camp accessories, a lot of other little things like that you use to set up your camper. Be a long video, I'm sorry, but I wanted to share. So this it's a rather large bag, electrical cords, our power strip, which we need to get out of here because we need to set that up, Velcro wrap in case we need that for blankets or something to wrap up blankets. Work gloves, stakes, and rope. So if we want to put up rope to go with the clothespins over there for our line. I have a water kettle here. Back here I have some campfire cooking tools hanging down. This here has our shower towels on it. So with this door being open, we can reach in. This is my shower bag. This is his shower bag. And this one contains our towels. And this one has lights in it. We wanted it handy so we could grab lights at it when we are working in our camper in the dark. We did put our carbon monoxide detector there. We just stuck it up there. We have a thermometer indoor and outdoor there, so we can put it out on the picnic table and then put the other one up to read it in the middle of the night to see how warm or cold it is in here compared to outside. I love my long ruffle pillow. Can't wait to use it tonight. Here we have from the Upper Left Adventure on Etsy. We bought these from him, and we can put our phones and keys in here so we don't lose them when we're up here in the bed. We're going to be setting up our electric blankets tonight. It's supposed to be getting cold. Generally, all we keep up here is we have sheets, and each of us have our own blanket. We separated it. You see here I have on my side a light hanging. This is our journal. I forgot to share with you. This is a yoga mat, and this is a yoga mat. And we bought 2 of them. We left this because as we're getting this stuff in and out, you know, the hard surface is actually beneficial for that, to not mess it up. But with all these ridges, it's hard to stand in here. So in the middle, all the way back, we bought these 2 yoga mats and we cut them to form around our woodworkings, and we love that they coordinate and they work well. It provides a smooth enough surface for us. He is getting the diesel heater. It's still cold tonight. We keep that in the back seat. I forgot where the fuel is, but we took the fuel out of the back. There it is. There it is. So we set this up here. We're going to set this up for tonight because it's supposed to get cold tonight. And we're going to set up our electric blankets. We actually have electricity here tonight. Got a cord. Doesn't my tablecloth look good? I never could get it out before, so we just didn't use it. I love my tablecloth. So here's my journal book. The whole idea of my journal book is to mark how many nights we've stayed in the camper. So the first page in November, when we got it, and then night 1, night 2, night 3, and now we're going on night 4. Rather than putting stickers all over the camper, I'm going to put them in my journal. I got this one. So here's night 4. I just made it out. Put our sticker from that we bought from the camping place. It's a hip camp, our first hip camp. So the whole idea of this, and I may need to do it in the morning, the whole idea was to prop it up somewhere on the camper to take a photo of the camper on location. But the picture is actually, in this case, better this way. So we have always kept our cooler and food in the back seat of the truck or vehicle. We did that because of the critters at night. They're less likely to smell it there. The dogs stay there. Of course, instead of the cooler right now, we have the diesel heater in there. But the dogs, our clothes, and our food always reside in the back seat. And that's all we have to pack when we're ready to go because everything else is in here. Isn't it fun? So here's something else we did. Here's another hook right here in the tailgate. And we have here hooked up to a carabiner at the bottom of our extinguisher, a rope. Unclips and clips here, and this is what we use to close the tailgate. Now we have a tailgate that's a removable tailgate, and we learned our lesson. Don't pull up or you'll pull that out, the whole tailgate out. But this way, when you're getting in and out, you're not tripping on this, and you can put this in, just take it down from there, put it in here at the last minute before you go to bed. So we have our 2 electric blankets. We have a cord coming in that slot there. I will close that up. And the cord comes down through here, down to that power strip that we had in that bag. And both electric blankets are plugged into it and kind of tucked out of our way so we can still get up and down in the middle of the night. And it will keep us nice and cozy. We each got our own electric blanket. We just push our thing for the diesel heater port through the diesel heater port after we unlock it. That's not the best way to do it, but that's the way we figured out for now. This cord is always in our way, but we tuck it up here. The girlfriends have never been in the camper before. There's one. You're going to put her up top.
She's going up.
The electric blankets are nice and warm. And then I'll get the other one.
Too warm with this on.
Should be okay. We'll have to turn the diesel heater on next. I see how hard it is to put dogs up there. Oh, that's the hard one.
Right.
Taking off. I put her up there. She took off to go inside. Okay, put her up top.
Right.
Girlfriends are going in the camper for the first time. Okay, back off so I can see both of them.
Okay.
Let me see. Tizzy, did you go to bed? I can't see you.
It is warming up quickly. I love my new bathroom bag. Got my toothbrush and toothpaste out. I have body wipes here if I wanted to skip my shower for the day. Shampoo, conditioner. I got it all in here. Here's stuff to actually take a shower. A brush. Got Tums and gas relief. That's so important. Here's mouthwash and floss. And it folds up and hangs there so easily. And I can just grab it. That's awesomeness. A little easier for him to hang up than me because he's taller. I'm ready to make breakfast. I need to peel some potatoes and cut them up. This is our utensil bag. It used to be just in a plastic shoebox size, but for the camper, we needed to hang it up. And these clothes bags are so convenient. They sell these to pack your clothes when you're traveling because they have the handles that hook on the carabiners. Almost forgot to share about my stickers. I'm excited. I have a story to tell about the stickers. So Charity the Camper is the name of our camper. I named it Charity. So my grandma, Jessie Mae Rutledge, she lived in St. Louis with Grandpa, and she had what I call a charity band. It's more like a kitchen band, and it ran from 1965 about to 1984 when she died. And these ladies would meet at Grandma's house and practice once a week. And they each had their own interesting instrument that they played.
and they also sang songs, and they entertained, and they were funny. They weren't just funny, they were hilarious. And they started out just performing at nursing homes and hospitals and places like that to make people smile. And they wore zany outfits, just outrageous. And they really made people smile and made them happy. And then one day they started being invited to perform at events like, let's say, a veterans meeting or a golden anniversary party or whatever it might be. A lot of people had meetings with their groups, and they had entertainment, and they would hire the band, and then they started giving them money. So the ladies then, at their weekly practice at Grandma's house, they would vote, and he's getting ready to put the camper down. The ladies would vote on where to donate the money to a charity. So this is in honor of Grandma's band. It was called the Humdingers. And Grandma used to stuff her boobs and stuff her butt. And she had a wash tub was her instrument with a string on it, like a broom coming out of the wash tub, and a string from the broom to the tub, and then she would fling her foot up on the tub, one foot, and stick her butt out and stick her chest out, and she'd always have on a hilarious hat. Just wild and crazy and outrageous, and she would make people laugh. And so anyway, that's why our camper is named Charity. So this is Charity. So I put the stickers here, and I put one on each side. I like it. I didn't want the name, some people put the names big and gaudy, but my friend Kristen drew this and I made a sticker, and we actually have another version of it where it says, "Adventure is where you park it." And I'm going to put it on mugs and shirts and let people buy that on Etsy if they want. If they don't, that's fine too. And here is the other one. We're going to go home and wash Charity. My journal book that I showed earlier, and I think I'm going to put a sticker on it right here. There we have it. Hello, Charity. Thank you for meeting us, and let me introduce Charity to you.